Hello beautiful starseeds, welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. So today, I've been really troubled lately. A lot of things are troubling me. There's a lot of new energy, a lot of new waves of energy and information kind of coming in through the spiritual community. And whenever that happens, I always want to take some time to sit with the energy coming through. If it's making me feel uncomfortable, why? Is it because it's challenging my belief structures? In which case, am I too attached to my belief structures? Am I not in an open-minded, kind of that free thinker that we talked about in the conspiracy theory video? That free thinker with the open mind in a balanced in-between state. You don't want to go too far on either end, right? So the information that I'm talking about that's been coming through is, let's just let's just go for it. We're just going to jump into this video. It's about Satan, Lucifer, the Luciferian agenda, demons. And I'm really questioning that whole narrative. Is the New Age a cult? Are we all being tricked in one way or the other into being blinded by it, giving up our power to it? What parts of the New Age are demonic, if any? Is there something that we need to know? Like, what's happening? Honestly. Because if the Luciferian agenda, I hope I can say that without being banned on YouTube because I just said it twice. Oh, we're gonna find out. Why do I always have to do these videos? Because that's the point of this channel. Because that's the whole point, is to get the truth, right? The Lionsgate portal video got me completely deleted off of Facebook when I shared it. I lost like over 3,000, maybe close to 4,000 connections, followers. I lost my membership group. I recreated it, so we're good, but still, Facebook is the worst for censorship. So hopefully it's going to be okay to talk about it here on YouTube. We're going to find out, because I have to talk about it. Have you also been seeing this happening? Okay, because we go through this together, right? Like, we all started noticing like the false light agenda or whatever, and we talked about it, and we were really open about that. And honest with each other about what we believed, and like we're figuring it out together. I'm not putting myself above anyone. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to believe. I know that there is darkness on this world and light. And that's what a dualistic world is. The more darkness that arrives onto Earth, then the more light will arrive. Either in waking people up, inspiring people, transforming people, upgrades, leveling up, or literal angelic presence will join us here. We are never going to be outnumbered. A dualistic world is equal amounts of both. So that right there, duality is both. So right there, what does that tell us about us overpowering the darkness, or the darkness overpowering the light? Is that not the point? Is that never going to happen? What is the point then? Because, for me, I have this pillar. My belief structure is all rotating around this pillar. Something that I know to be true. The one thing I never question is oneness. That's unconditional love and compassion for all, the darkness and the light. It's really important. And during a very multiple powerful awakening moments, I connected to God in such a powerful way and felt what God feels. That's what God, or source, if you don't like the word God and that's triggering to you, there's a reason why it's triggering to you. You have religious programming still inside you. God is not a dirty word. Some of us, I understand, prefer source, or I call God Baba, which can mean grandfather spirit or grandmother spirit. But if you're being triggered by words like Jesus, God, look deeper into that why, and like heal that. Anything that's triggering you is a little arrow pointing at healing that still needs to be done. It's just a label, right? Whether you call it source or the universe or the great spirit or God, it doesn't matter. It's that being, that ultimate prime creator does exist. So, religious programming is powerful and dark. I know it's dark, okay? It starts wars, it creates racism, it creates sexism, it creates separation. It's dark. Is the New Age the new religious programming? And a way to like get us all brainwashed and wrapped up again? Where does oneness come into play? Is it not applicable here on earth? Or is it the only truth? These are questions I've been asking myself. Is oneness just for God? And like when you're here on earth, that doesn't apply because it's light and it's dark and you need to... I don't know anymore. I'm so confused. And the only thing that I trust to find this information, the only person I want to go to right now is the source. I don't want to go to, a council or any of my team members. I want to just go straight to source for this information. Before I started this video, I set up a sacred space with the angels, the archangels. I had a lot of protection coming in to surround me in like a pyramid grid around me for me to be safely channel and look into this without connecting with it. Like if I want to channel information about Satan, I don't want to connect to it though. So there's a lot of protection with me now. I have the intention set that what comes through is the truth, pure and for the highest good of the Starseed Collective, humanity, the earth. I've done everything I can to purify and make this a sacred and protective space. And now, I just want to see what happens. I'm just going to channel, I'm just going to go to God and just see what comes through. Because I don't have the answers. And I don't want the answers to come from any kind of program that might still exist inside of me or my ego. Even if the truth is uncomfortable, I just need to know. We just need to know. Like, how infiltrated is the spiritual community or the New Age? Is it a cult? Are we being tricked? A lot of people think so, right? A lot of people think so. And a lot of people are now speaking out against oneness being a way to, like, sending compassion and love to the darkness empowers it, when I thought it healed it. And you can't be so attached, even when it's your pillar, like it is mine. You can't be so attached to your beliefs that you aren't willing to consider alternate ideas. That's not healthy. If you are so attached to your religion or your spiritual belief that you are not willing to be open-minded and say, okay, well, I don't know the answer. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to look into this. Maybe I need to research this. Maybe I need to really meditate on this and see. That is wisdom. And I will always question everything, including myself. So let's go to source and see what comes through. I have like 100 questions and I don't know where to start. But I have a feeling that we're going to start with Satan. And is that a real person? Is that real? Or is that religious dogma? I'm afraid of the answer. So I'm just going to ask the angels now. I've already set up the sacred space, so please don't worry if you don't see me doing it. I did it off camera. We are in a sacred, safe space. But I just want the angels to make sure that my ego and all of my own stuff is just removed and set to the side so that the truth can come through without any filter at all. Because it's not about me at all. Okay, let's see. So I'm being shown Jesus and Archangel Michael being like the leaders of the angels, the ascended masters. So they're like leaders of that because of their experience, power, their pure intention, their passion. So even within, it's not political though, even within the angelic realms, the ascended master realms, these higher realms, there are leaders. And that is why we work with them and hear about them so much, because they're at the forefront of this. And now I'm being shown so if that's the truth for the angelic and the ascended masters, that they have these leaders, underneath that, like they're showing me it as symbolism, underneath that, okay, I just saw like yin and yang symbol underneath. Okay, sorry, yin and yang, they want to talk about that for a second. So if the white represents the light, that half of the yin yang, the white is the angels and the ascended masters in this higher frequency. And then the leaders of that are the circle of light in the darkness. Do you know what I mean? How the yin and the yang has the light and the dark, and then there's a circle of light in the dark and a circle of dark in the light. That's what they want to talk about. Oh, this is so interesting already. The circle of light in the dark is Jesus and Archangel Michael and more, but we're going to use those as examples. The leaders that go into the darkness with the light. Spiritual warriors. Okay, there's so much that they want to say. So that's like the spiritual community. Some of us are just up here together in the community, and some of us need to go into the darkness as that circle in the yin and the yang, bringing the light to the darkness. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now we're going to go talk about the darkness. Same thing. So there are shadow beings, there are demons, there is dark entities and dark beings. They're actually showing me that they are also like, some are physical. It's not all astral. It's not all. Some are physical, some are astral, some are energetic. It's from all the different realms. Every realm has some of darkness in it. Okay. The darkness, and then the speck or the circle of darkness in the light. That's what they want to talk about. That dark circle within the light, within the spiritual community, within the angels, within. Okay, so using this symbol as an example, the dark circle in the light was Satan. They did it with finger quotations. Satan. What is that? Why is that like that? Oh, okay. Because it's not his name. It's a title and a role assigned by Catholicism or religion. Is it religious? It's religious. The term Satan is a religious, so is it religious programming then? Okay. But he has a different name. Is it Lucifer? Hold on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's become more, but it was his original name. So Satan isn't his name, the devil. Satan and the devil are terms, labels, just like Jesus is called Christ and our Lord, but his name is Jesus. It's Lucifer and it's Jesus. They're the circles. They are the circles. They are the circles. In the yin and the yang, Jesus is the white circle in the black, and Lucifer is the dark circle in the light. And then they have their sides supporting them. Legions of angels and legions of demons. Okay, so they're showing me how at the beginning of this video, how I said, no matter how much darkness is on earth, the light will always match it. And that's a protection for us. And it keeps everything in balance. It's the same. Oh my God, of course, balance, yin and yang. Okay, this making sense. Okay, so Lucifer is real, and Satan is just another word for him. It's just one soul, though. It's one leader. He's the leader. He's the leader the way Jesus is the leader. He's the leader of the darkness. Why is he so interested in earth? And is that the only place he is? They said the same reason, Source, God, who I'm talking to, said the same reason Jesus is so interested in earth. There's something there for each of them. So Jesus, I'm seeing, is so interested in earth because of his love for humanity and the earth. I'm seeing his incarnation here as a human spurred this intense love because he saw all the diamonds in the rough, all the people, all the women and children and men that were so pure-hearted, and he's saying, and they're divine. They're divine. They're the divine in... He just called earth like a zoo. It's like a zoo. It's like chaos. And then he wants to support the divine within that. And so he will be... And so that's why he's so attached to earth. Why he loves earth so much. Because he knows that earth angels are here, divine souls are here, beautiful souls with pure intentions, big hearts, the animals, so pure, nature, so pure and so beautiful, and he's doing like his heart. Okay, so why is Lucifer so interested in the earth? They just said again, I'm hearing the words, same reason. The dualistic earth holds both, something for each one of them. What does it hold? Ooh, I don't like that. It has, narcissism, disease, illness, addiction, sex, the perverted kind of like sexual energy, like sexual abuse, sex workers, the porn industry. There's more there. They want to talk about that. Hold on. Oh, this feels so awful. Hold on. Like it's so powerful. Like sex is so powerful, and it can be divine or it can be dark, and like the darkness of it, like the abuse, like the abuse. Oh, like the children. Like children being abused. That's empowering the dark. Why would anybody... I can't understand it. I'm never going to understand it. I don't want to tune into it to the point where I try to understand why he likes it. Let's not do that. I don't want to connect to Lucifer. Let's just understand it from an information viewpoint. Yeah, I'm being encouraged not to connect with him right now. Don't go down the rabbit hole. They just said, don't go there. No, that's not safe. But we can understand it. We can understand that violence, crime, brutality, murder. He loves it all. He loves it. It feeds him. It fuels him. It makes him passionate. He's the counterpart of Jesus. And they're both here on earth. Okay. I feel like there's more that they want to say before we move on about the yin-yang symbol example. They want to talk about the circles a little bit further so that we understand that more. So how is Jesus the light in the darkness? Do you mean by him coming to earth? Yeah. They're saying any awakened soul coming to earth is in that circle. We are the light in the darkness. Okay. So I just got chills. So here we go. As just as God, Jesus, and the angels have sent their people, us, their souls, the awakened souls, the pure souls, the purity of intent, the big hearts, the high frequencies, they send them into humans, and then we are the light and the darkness. It's happening on the other end. They're sending theirs into humans. Really? They have that ability? They have that ability. Yeah. Earth is fair game. Earth is a playground. It's a zoo. Are they born like that? Like, you know how we're born into humans and we are already these shining examples of light, and then we awaken at a certain point. Are they literally born into, is the dark souls, are they born here, or does someone become dark over time? Or are they born that way? Both. I just heard both. Oh, both on both ends. Both. Okay, both. Because a dark soul can become a light soul, and a light soul can become a dark soul. Okay, free will. They just said free will. Both. So some dark souls are actually born here. Yeah, of course. It's the yin and the yang. It has to balance out. Whatever's happening in the light is happening in the dark. I just hate this information. It makes me so uncomfortable. But I know that I'm receiving the truth, because I am so set up right now with the way that I set this space up to only receive the truth. So anyway, what's making me uncomfortable is the fact that I just saw and knew from God that just as the light is having an awakening, like a blossom of this white lotus, we're having an awakening on earth, so is the dark. They're awakening too. It's mirroring each other completely on both sides. It's a mirror. They're awakening. Wow, that's powerful. What does this mean? What does this mean for our mission? Because honestly, if the more light we bring, the more dark they bring, there's nothing then but balance. There's nothing but balance. Oneness. That's oneness. That's oneness. That's oneness. That's oneness. Was it imbalanced at some point? And that's why Jesus came. Okay, Lucifer came before Jesus. Wow, he was here on earth first. Oh, that's why they feel like they have a claim. Okay. So why did Jesus come? To create balance. Oneness. Oneness is real. It's real, you guys. Jesus came after Lucifer to create oneness. So they're just like battling against the light, because they're like, they believe that they had a claim on earth. It was theirs, and they don't want to let go of it. And all the true light wants to do is create balance, so that no one is being coerced and no one's free will is being taken away. The balance is that everyone has an educated choice. And you can choose to be dark or light, but there's no trickery. There's no manipulation like religious programming, pretending to be light when it is dark. Using Jesus. He came here, he met with Lucifer, had many conversations, and then what did he do? He used his example and twisted it to make this dark, like religious programming, like Catholicism, any Christianity, using Jesus' beautiful example of light to serve the dark. Religion serves the dark. Sorry, it does. I mean, it does. I can see it so clearly. It absolutely does. So the second coming of Jesus is Christ consciousness. People accepting Jesus into their hearts. Yeah. Because he is Christ consciousness. He is the leader of the light. There is no light that does not honor him, come from him, like connected to him. He's the leader. There's more there. He is the leader of the light, the angels, the ascended masters, the Holy Spirit. It's like God's... Okay. If Source or God is wholeness and balance, then it holds both. It's the whole yin and yang. And if his children are like Jesus and Lucifer, Source doesn't pick favorites. It's neutral, 0 point. It's really? Is that true? I mean, that's what I'm getting. That God is not just light. God is not just light. God is the whole picture. God is everything. Because everything comes from God, the light and the dark. But isn't the dark just the light that got twisted? Or is there actual darkness in God? That doesn't make any sense, right? Okay, so now I'm being shown how everyone's soul contains light and dark, and to always be trying to pretend like you're all... So they want to talk about religion. God wants to talk about religion. Religion is toxic because they say they cast out the demons. They don't... They pretend it doesn't exist. So the darkness, it either doesn't exist, or it's evil, or it's wrong. You cast it out and you only accept in the light, but it's toxic and false light, because religion is. And that's how the dark does their... They want to hide in the shadows, right? They want to hide in the shadows. They don't want the attention. They don't want to be acknowledged. They want to be the puppeteer behind the puppet, because they can do more. They like lurking about in the shadows, making people do evil things, coercing people into doing evil things, even coming into a person and taking over. Okay, where I'm lost, there's too much. So if God is everything, okay, back to that. We are everything. We are reflections of God. You can't disown a part of yourself, the light or the darkness. It's when you accept everything and bring it all to attention. The darkness is unhealthy when it's lurking underneath without attention or the light shining on it. You need to shine the light on the darkness to really see what's there, and then you can use it. You can use your shadows and your darkness to grow. That's shadow work. Shadows are not bad or evil. It's just that when you turn away from them, they become really destructive. And so we all have to shine the light on our own shadows, and then on a bigger scale, shine the light on the shadows on the earth. You can't pretend, and that's the toxic side of the New Age. If it's all love and light and you're not shining the light on the shadows, that's not oneness. That's not... Unconditional love only isn't oneness, because there's more than love. There's more. If unconditional love exists, then the counterpart to it exists as well, unconditional hatred. Jesus, Lucifer. Light, dark. Everything is balanced and bouncing off of each other to create... I mean, it's like the stability of the universe is the equal sides being in balance. So this whole... So the whole oh my God, sorry. So like the higher dimensions have it too. They have balance. I don't understand how, but they do. Because there's the light and the darkness, and there's the darkness and the light to balance it. How? Okay. So I see that there is a Luciferian agenda. People use that. You can call it that. It's just him believing Earth belongs to him because he was here first, and he started up all this grossness and minions, and the darkness was imbalanced. There was way more of it. So then Jesus comes down and has his human incarnation to try to balance it out, and that light reverberates, and people... Because I'm being shown that there are a lot of people in religion that are truly light. You know, even when it's a dark paradigm, Light exists within it. It's the circle of light in the darkness. There are really good people that are Catholic. There are really good people that are in all the religions. Even when its purpose is to control people through fear and guilt. To control people. So that it can be powerful, rich, gluttonous, start wars. Gross energy. I don't even want to connect with that. Okay. So there's a balance. So every dimension that's healthy has a balance. So when Earth will be the most healthiest is when it's a balance. It's not about overtaking the shadows, and it's not about, it has to balance. We have to have balance. Balance is free will. Balance is choice. Balance is pulling back the curtains and seeing the truth and then making a choice where you want to reside, in the light or in the dark. And having a choice and not being tricked, not being manipulated. False light, like a religious programming. They keep using that as an example because it's at its core not light. Okay. So now I want to know, what do we want to know? We want to know about the New Age. Is it a cult? What about, because people are saying that the New Age is hijacked and that it's all demonic, almost like it's a religion. And maybe it's becoming a religious programming for some people, but you can't blanket it all and call it one thing. Okay, so they're just... So I'm receiving again the yin and the yang, in that in the New Age, in everything the yin and the yang symbol exists. They're showing it to me like in everything. So in the New Age, it exists. Light and dark, the dark in the light and the light in the... It's all for balance. So it's discernment, and it's shining a light, and it's not being afraid to look at the shadows and pretending like they're not there. That's how they do their evil business. When you turn away from it, when you pretend it doesn't exist, that's empowering it. Yeah, like sending it light. Okay, so like sending the dark. So some people are saying that if you're sending love and compassion to demons, you're empowering them. No, because you're sending light at the shadows. You're shining your light on the shadows. It's never going to empower them. Shadows empower them. Turning away from them and then they grow, that empowers them. Ignoring them, pretending that they don't exist. Fully acknowledging that there is a demon present and saying, I love you, but you need to leave. You are not welcome here. Leave immediately, but I send you with love. Like, that's claiming your space. That's a boundary with love. That's powerful. That is something. That's real. You are so powerful. Do not pretend that you are in a world of just love and light when you are living in a dualistic world of both. Always shine your awareness, your awakened, your wisdom, your consciousness on both worlds to get the truth. You can't just all be over here and you can't be all over here. You need to like zoom out, guys. Zoom out and see, yes, this shit is happening. It's so dark. It's so dark. All of the ways that they are creating more of that icky, evil energy is real. And when we ignore it, it gets worse. Ignorance is not bliss. That feeds it. So I'm seeing now a vision of us shining our light on the darkness. Because we're trying to create balance or oneness here on earth. And the shadows it's like it's too much. There's too much of that. It's not balanced. We need to shine the light on it. And the light is love, but it's also courage, bravery, wisdom, discernment, compassion, oneness. Shining the light on that, looking at it. Don't be afraid to look at it. Do you know how many people have third eye blocks because they are afraid to see the darkness? Do you think that keeps you safe? You are so much more safe and in your power when you look And you know, like, what's in your space, what's within you, what's in the world. Look, start looking. It is time to start looking. We need to look. We cannot turn a blind eye to the Luciferian agenda. We need to look at it. We need to see it. We need to shine the light on it. Reveal it. Reveal it. Don't let them work in the shadows. Reveal it. We need to create more balance. We need to, when we shine the light, it gets smaller. The shadows get smaller. That is why anything that really hits the nail on the head of truth is censored. That's censorship. Oh. So much gross feelings from Mark Zuckerberg right now. I knew that. I knew that he was dark. He is. They're placing their... I don't think he was dark to start, though. I was going to say they're placing their dark souls in these places where they can censor what we need to do, which is shine the light on the darkness. That's so important, right? So then the people that are going to be in like the powerful positions, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, yada, 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 are going to like delete, censor, disable all of that shines the light on the darkness. That's why there's so much censorship happening around COVID, because it is linked with a dark agenda. I'm not saying it's not real. I know that the virus actually exists. Oh, I shouldn't have said the V word. I hope that I might delete that. Edit that out. So the COVID, it exists. That's a real illness. But the agenda behind it, it's all twisted up in it. We need to shine the light on that and not be afraid. Don't just label and judge people as like conspiracy theorists. Think about it. Shine some light. There's a lot that doesn't make sense with the rules and the way that they're just, it's like the religious programming just trying to take our control, or trying to take our free will and control us. It's like that vibe. For sure it is. If you think it's not, the vaccine, the V, the jab, is 100% about taking people's control away. To have a V passport. What happened to free will? Anything that's taking people's free will away is not for our highest good. It's not. It's not. No matter what science you try to follow, it is not for the highest good of humanity to take away their free will. That's like saying to someone, you have to be Catholic. And I don't care if you're not Catholic and you don't have a passport proving that you're Catholic, you can't exist on this planet. What? Excuse me? I'm here to be a free will agent and make my own decisions and shine the light on all the things that are not free will. When I see manipulation happening, when I see you trying to control, I will shine my light. That is a spiritual warrior. I will reveal it. I will shine my light so that people will see and they will come back into the light. And then we can have equal amounts at some point, hopefully soon, of light and dark on this planet. It is not balanced. We are not there. That is the goal. That is the goal. Balance. The goal is not to wipe out the darkness. I'm sorry, but it's not. That's not balance either. That's not what Earth is. Earth is dual. It's dual. We know that. It has to be balanced though. And it can't be, the free will needs to be on both. We need full free will and balance, and then people see clearly what's going on, and then they choose for themselves. Because to force someone to be of the light, it is evil. It is evil to take someone's free will away. So if you were trying to coerce people, that's evil. Trying to take anyone's free will away through fear, guilt, shame, propaganda, evil. That's evil. That's what I'm talking about. That's the Luciferian agenda. It's real. It exists. It's freaking evil. Okay? And we are here as awakened light warriors, spiritual warriors, to shine our light on that so that people see. They need to know so that they can choose different. Otherwise, they are the puppets being used. They're going to be used up. So, it's not taking anyone's free will away also includes human trafficking. You don't just take people. That's not okay. That's not free will. Not allowed. Like, that's not okay. We're here to bring this planet back into balance, and that is not okay. Free will is divine. That is from God. That is from That's you, that's who you are. We are free will agents. And we are here to break people out of the controlled matrix, I don't know what word to use, and give them their free will back. Do you want to be trafficked by, these people? Oh, you do? Okay. Maybe it's your karmic thing and you chose that, fine. But not everyone. The free will is just being abused. It's disgusting. It's awful. These children that are being trafficked, that's not free will. There's no way all of those children have soul contracts that said, I need to experience this for whatever reason. There's no way. And the animals just flash into my mind. The way that animals are brutalized on this planet. No, that is free will being stripped. And that only leads to evil. We need to shine the light on this and restore free will for all beings on earth. That is the mission. So, back to like the New Age, is it a cult? Maybe some of it is, because there's light in the darkness and there's darkness in the light. But you can't just blanket the whole thing and say it's all evil. No. Use discernment. There are parts of religion that have really helped people. They connect with Jesus. They receive miracles. They receive healing. That's real. Just because the paradigm or the program was not of the light, people are light in the darkness. Same over here. Yes, I see that the New Age is trying to be hijacked or turned into like a religious style programming. Why? So that they can control how people think and act and feel, and then they don't ask questions and they don't look. Look, it's time to start looking. Open your third eye. Like, see. Like, that is so important for you to open your third eye at this point so that you can see and use your discernment. If your third eye, which is a natural divine gift from the light, if you're not using that because you're afraid, you are going to be manipulated. You will be. Because it's a part of your discernment. It's a part of shining the light and seeing the truth. You need to start looking. We are not powerless. We are so powerful that they are censoring us. There is nothing to be afraid of, especially once you start using your third eye and you see. Because then you'll know, and then you'll be able to use your boundaries. Like I said before, I see you. You are not welcome here, little shadow being, on your way, and have an angel escort it out, because they'll sneak in. And if they remain unseen, they start to drain you. You'll start to feel exhausted, tired, depressed, anxious, have negative thoughts about yourself. That's their influence. You need to know that they're there and see them to clear them. You are on a planet right now where everything that is existing over here is also happening over here. It's a complete mirror. So you need to be like, I'm seeing how opening your third eye helps you to achieve the balance, to see it all. Because then you see the distortion in the light and in the darkness. You see it all. Wow. Okay, well, hold on. What questions didn't I answer yet? Because I had so many at the beginning of this. We talked about Jesus, we talked about Lucifer, we talked about the New Age cult, we talked about the Luciferian agenda. I feel like there's one more message that wants to come through. Another question I asked. I asked about oneness. And I see now that it's still my pillar. Everything about oneness feels so true, so real, it's so true. Being neutral is not the same as oneness, okay? It is not the same. Neutral is, like you don't care either way, or everything's fine with you. Oneness is, I care deeply about balance. I care deeply about free will and balance and people having informed choices, seeing, shining the light on the dark and the light. Oneness is powerful. It's not non-active, like it's not a non-action, it's not neutrality, it's not what people are trying to make it out to be. It's not like, oh, I'll just sit back and whatever happens, happens. I just love both sides. No. Oneness is about a powerful intention, a spiritual warrior here to create balance between the two sides. And if you are trying to overtake, if you are a dark being right now and you're watching this and you want to overtake the light, you will not win. And if you are a light being trying to want to overtake the dark, you've actually slipped into darkness with that mentality. Because trying to overtake someone's free will is dark. It's evil. What we need to do in the oneness, the truth of oneness, is shine the light like a lighthouse over everything, reveal it all for what it really is, and shock people, and then let them choose. Because free will it's the ultimate. It's divine. It is your God essence to be able to make your own choices. Free will trumps soul contracts every time. Because you can create an idea for yourself here of what you want to experience as a soul with your soul contracts, and then you can get here and realize, no, this isn't working. Your free will override that. 100%. 100%. It is so precious. And any side that tries to take the free will away from the other side, that's evil. I think that's all I came here to say today. Thanks for, joining in on my TED Talk about, evil. Is that everything? I mean, I think so. Yeah, I think so. And just one last thing coming through about judgment. Judgment is the opposite of free will. Because in judgment, you're judging someone's free will choice. They have free will. If it's not about judging their free will, though, if you're judging someone for stripping away free will, that makes sense. That hurts you as a divine being. When I see the free will being stripped from all of these people that think they're doing the right thing because they're so brainwashed, or physically from women and children that are being humanly trafficked, I feel so angry. That is sacred anger and sacred fire. That's not okay to take someone's free will. And they need to have their free will restored for the balance to be restored. Okay, so the free will being restored to all souls restores the balance and the oneness here on earth. And then it's up to them. Okay, well, I have a free will to choose. Do I want to do this or this? But I'm not being kidnapped and taken from my family and forced to do these horrible things or killed or whatever. No, that's Satan. That's Satan. Free will. Okay, so free will, balance, and oneness. That's what matters. Nothing else matters. So, okay, so keep this in mind when honestly though, use your discernment when you're hearing people just tear down the new age. Well, there's light in it and there's dark. Just like everything. Just like everything. It's where things are being hidden is where the evil is. When you're trying to hide your true intentions. Everybody just needs to show their hearts, show their intentions across the board on both sides of light and dark, and then allow people to choose. There will still be people that choose the darkness. So why are they so insecure that they need to hide all of their intentions and do all this behind the scenes stuff? The light is fully out. We're not hiding. So it's time for them to stop hiding. That's what a lot of this is about. So I don't know. I really hope that this has inspired you. If you feel like a spiritual warrior and you know that you're here with a spiritual mission, that maybe this gave you some clarity or balance on how you feel. Let me know below. Let's try to keep the extreme comments to a minimum, guys. And use your discernment and your wisdom and come from a balanced place when you comment. As I know this is a controversial topic, but it's the truth. This is really happening on Earth right now. And it's time to stop putting our blinders on. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I just want to remind everyone that I have a really powerful membership group. Sign up to be a member. Click on the membership link and you'll read everything that we're doing in there. It's wild. The kind of growth, expansion that we are experiencing as the members of this group, It's beautiful. It's really powerful. We are spiritual warriors, and we go on astral missions, and we are doing the light work to bring back balance. There's so much happening. So really just think about that. And then also, if you want to work one-on-one with me, I have lots of services. Check them out in the links below. If you feel like this video is important to you, then it's important to someone else, so share it, okay? I also love when you like, comment, make sure you're subscribed. I love you all so much. Before you go, please remember, listen to your heart and the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you are in. Thank you, beautiful star seeds. Have a good day.